Isabella?
No, I haven't spoken to her, and we've gone live, so we'll have to
Okay.
wait for those questions, Marcus. But no, I haven't really spoken to her in a long
Okay,
time.
let's start.
Yep. Once we moved to the whole Hangout system, a lot of people stopped coming at that point, but that's what happens. So welcome to class. Marcos is here from Brazil from a long time ago. He's one of the first Intenga members, so welcome back, and Ken as always. So today we're going to be looking at how to talk about making arrangements. So arrangements, things in the future, plans, maybe doctor's appointments. So lots of things will be happening today. With that, let's go ahead and I'm going to share my screen. And I do have to apologize. My internet yesterday was not working very well. So we'll see what happens today. Hopefully everything goes well. And there we go. Looks like you can see this now. Perfect. So, well, our guest today, Marcus, why don't you go ahead and read this for us, okay? The whole page.
Okay, sure. Use the future continuous instead of the present continuous. This emphasizes that we are talking about something that will happen anyway. It hasn't been arranged. I'm seeing Joe tomorrow. It's being arranged. I'll be seeing John tomorrow. It hasn't been arranged. Maybe he is your boyfriend or work colleague, for example.
Okay. So very good. Questions first about anything here that we don't understand, words or anything like that? No.
No.
Pretty simple. Okay. Well, that's fine. So, to use the future continuous, and I'm going to put the structure here in the chat box for the future continuous to make it a little more clear. We have the word will plus the verb be, and then plus a verb with the ing ending. Okay. Be will always be in the infinitive form here. Why? We will always say, I'll be going, he'll be seeing, she'll be dancing. Why will the verb to be always be in the infinitive or base form? Any
Because
ideas?
auxiliary will, can, or such followed and followed to that word is auxiliary words. It should be original tense kind of.
Okay, the auxiliary. Okay, I was going to call will a model verb. So any model verbs, like you said, can, could, would, should, must, may, might, etc., etc. I could continue. Yep, those are model verbs. And so after model verbs, we have to use the infinitive form or the base form of the verb. Then, as always, in any continuous tense, we have the actual verb, which is the main verb, and the ing ending. Okay, so very good. And that's it. So I'm seeing Joe tomorrow. It's been arranged. You know it's happening. And I'll be seeing Joe tomorrow. It hasn't necessarily been arranged. Okay, maybe you spoke about it, but you don't really have anything set. You haven't decided on an hour. Oh, I'm seeing my friend tomorrow. I'll be seeing my friend tomorrow. But we don't have anything set in stone is a good phrase for us. Set in stone. Maybe it means something permanent. It's set in stone. How do you explain that? Any ideas? Marcus or Ken, have we heard of this expression before? To be set in stone?
No.
No?
No.
Ken, have you heard this before?
Maybe it kind of it was planned, arranged.
Right. Yeah, to have something arranged. For example, I'm going away this weekend. It's set in stone. I have the hotel and I know what's going on. So it's set in stone. Set in stone means it's going to happen. It's planned. So good. So any other questions with this part?
Yeah. If I say I'm gonna
Yep.
see Joe tomorrow, which means planned or similar to will or future continuous?
Yes. Well, you're using I'm gonna, which means I'm going to see, that's the be going to.
Yes.
Yes, this is also planned, and it basically means the same as the present continuous with the future meaning. There's really no difference. I personally like the be going to verb tense more than the present continuous.
Okay.
Okay. But technically there's no difference. I'm seeing Joe tomorrow. I'm going to see Joe tomorrow. Naturally, I'm going to see Joe tomorrow is what I would say.
Okay. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Any other questions, Marco?
No, it's okay.
Okay, very good. Well, let's go ahead and move down. And Ken, it is your turn, so you can go ahead and read this slide whenever you're ready, okay?
Okay. Using the future continuous for polite questions. Using the future continuous can help to make a question sound more polite or distanced. Will you be giving us a lift tomorrow? You ask like this because someone is doing you a favor and you don't want to appear rude. Will you be doing anything at weekend? You may ask this to a colleague you don't know very well.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. So the future continuous, again, I'm just going to put this in here, the will. And I was muting myself and trying to type at the same time. That didn't work. So will plus be plus verb with the ing ending. Okay, again. So that's perfect. We can see that will be giving. All right. In this form, it's in the question form. Will you be giving? Okay. And what is giving a lift? Giving a lift, or to give a lift in the infinitive form. What does that mean?
To pick up someone, usually by car.
Exactly. Yep. Did you want to say some more, Ken?
No, that's it.
All right, perfect. Yep. So, for example, I'm driving and I'm going to give a lift to Marcos to go to Ken's house. So, I'm going to drive him from Brazil to Japan. I don't know how that's going to work, but that's basically my example. Okay. So, yes, to pick someone up and bring them to a specific place. Ken, you liked that, didn't you? Going to be a long drive. So, any other questions here that we see? Vocabulary, grammar questions, structures, words, anything?
No.
Okay, so
Sorry.
Yep.
It's a future continuous, but would you give us a lift tomorrow? Same meaning, same politeness, or
Will you be giving? No. Okay, when I say will you be giving us a lift tomorrow?
I say would you?
Right. Would you? Then you're actually asking the question, and it's as if the person is hearing that question for the first time. Would you give us a lift tomorrow? Politely, yes. But it doesn't mean the same. If I say, will you be giving us a lift tomorrow? That means we've spoken about it before, but you're just confirming. And because it's a favor that someone else is going to be doing for you, you're kind of asking like, oh, so will you? Is this okay? You know, it's like when you ask your parents for like $100 or something and to buy something, Mom, Dad, everything's fantastic. Can I please have and you put your little cute voice on. So no, it's not the same.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. And which is politer? Sorry.
Well, I mean, it depends on the situation. If you're asking the person for the first time, would you please give us a lift tomorrow? You could also add, if you don't have anything to do at this time tomorrow, do you think it would be possible for you? So
Yeah.
there's a lot of different ways of asking nicely. And this one again, will you be giving us a lift tomorrow means that you've spoken about it, but you're just confirming that they're going to, that they still plan on giving you a lift tomorrow. So different
Rebecca,
context.
You can to make a question. This will you be giving us a lift tomorrow? Is only about to ride to give a ride to someone, or I can use a lift giving us a lift in a different situation.
No, give a lift to someone means that someone is driving, the person you're asking is going to be the driver, and you are going to be the passenger, and they're going to bring you somewhere, again, normally in a car, van, vehicle, truck, something like that.
Okay, I get it.
Good. Nothing to do with a bus or a taxi. This is when someone is doing a favor for you.
Okay, I get it.
Perfect. Some good questions here. Let's see. And then we have some clues on this page that this is written in British English. I could easily find two. So my question is for you two. What are the two clues that this is written in British English? Things.
Lift. I think lift is a British expression for this.
Lift.
Sorry, maybe Americans are pick up. I don't know. To pick up.
Yeah, I agree with him.
Okay, and I'm going to disagree with both of you. Lift, lift in reference to an elevator is British English. Elevator, for example. Lift and elevator is the same thing. It helps you go up the stairs without going up the stairs yourself. That, yes, is British English. Elevator is American English, but that's not the same context as this. So no, lift is not one of the words I'm looking for. And can we say both? Can you pick me up tomorrow? Can you give me a lift? So there's no difference between that as far as I know. If anything, to me personally, it would be more American because I grew up with that expression. But as far as I know, it's in both.
Okay.
All right, next word here or something.
Giving us. You mean the word sounds like British?
Well, if I tell you more detail, then I might actually tell you what it is. There's one, for example, it's within this part. What?
At the weekend.
Okay, that's one. Yes. At the weekend. If this were in American English, what preposition would we use?
On, I think. On the weekend.
That is correct.
Yeah, on.
No, on. Stop there again. Stop. The other one is within this blue part. You ask like this because someone is doing you a favor and you don't want to appear rude.
Appear rude sounds strange to me. It sounds like maybe not like American. I don't know.
I would actually probably use seem. You don't want to seem rude, or appear isn't probably my favorite word there, but that's not the word I'm looking for.
To appear is a phrasal verb, right, Rebecca?
I'm sorry, which one?
To appear is a phrasal verb, right?
To appear is a phrasal verb?
Yeah? No?
No, appear is just a normal verb. To be a phrasal verb, we would have to have a verb and a preposition. And I don't see...
Giving us, I don't know, sounds weird for me, giving us.
No, actually, that's okay. Giving us. Because we have the main verb give, in this case, giving. This is the main verb. And then we have the pronoun after us. And so that's okay. That part's fine. It's within the blue area. No, remember, British versus American English here.
Doing...
the blue.
Sorry. Doing you a favor tends to giving you a favor. No, I don't know.
Giving you a favor. No, people do a favor. We do use the verb do. I'm going to do a favor for my sister.
Doing you.
But you're closer.
Favor. Spell. Favor.
Thank you. I thought this
Yeah.
was going to be obvious.
Oh my goodness.
So, okay, so the word favor, yes. How would we spell this in American English?
Without you.
Yeah.
Favor. Very good. Okay, we've finally passed the American versus British English test. Let's go to the next one here. Okay, so now we're going to be using do to. Have you both heard of do to before?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So Marco, why don't you go ahead and read this page for us, okay?
Okay. Due to. We use to plus infinitive to show that something is arranged or expected. They are due to arrive in Amsterdam at 8 p.m. We can use due by itself to express that something is expected. The bus is due in 5 minutes.
Okay, good. Any specific questions here?
Using this expression due to is a new for me. Yeah.
Okay. Do you maybe want to think of an example in which you could use it? One of it's often confused with because of, and as far as I know, the difference between because of and due to is because of we use a noun after, and with due to we use a verb, the infinitive. Okay, so it's basically a structural issue.
Mm-hmm.
And a little bit of the meaning, because of is maybe the reason behind something. Not exactly that it's arranged or expected. So it's used differently, but it's often confused. Okay. Ken, do you have any questions or anything about this?
They're due to arrive. The bus is due in 5 minutes. Bus will come. Will come in 5 minutes. They are due to arrive. So they arrive. They will arrive in Amsterdam at 8 a.m.
8 p.m.
8 p.m.
Exactly. Yeah. So for example, if I due to
I put the phrase you asked me into.
I see that, and I see one problem. This with due to it, we need an infinitive of the verb, and so when you start the sentence, I lost, it's not going to be correct. Normally, we have
due to to lose.
Maybe you could start with I lost the bus due to.
Okay.
And now you can kind of change. You have to think of a reason why you lost the bus. So we have to work on that. But Ken, they are due to arrive in Amsterdam at 8 p.m. For example, I bought a flight. My flight says at 8 o'clock we are going to arrive. I'm due to arrive in Amsterdam at. That's what they're talking about. Or for example, I'm going to visit some family. Oh, they're due to arrive about 4 o'clock. That's when they are expecting me to arrive at their home.
Okay.
Okay. So, it's arranged. The plane ticket is arranged. That's what it says, 8 o'clock. Or, I also expect my friends who are picking me up from the airport also expect me to arrive at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
We can also say the bus is due any minute. So it could be here in 2 seconds or in 3 minutes, depending on traffic, for example. Okay. And to finish the sentence, Marcos, you could say, I missed. What am I doing? I missed the bus.
Because I woke up late. I missed the bus because I woke up late. It is the reason
okay,
yeah.
I missed the bus because I woke up late, but we're not
Yeah.
using due to. So I missed the bus
Sorry. Let's
due
see.
to.
Okay, I missed the bus due to I woke up late.
Due to waking up late. We're going to use.
Waking. Yeah, infinitive.
no.
Waking up late. Yes.
Wait a second. But waiting is in the gerund form due to waking up late.
Waking.
Ah.
I still.
Do you know why?
Go on.
Lots of discoveries today. Because this due to is very similar to the because of in this case. Okay. And so I missed the bus due to. No, it's a different context, and that's the problem. Sorry. I like
It's
your
okay,
sentence.
yeah. It's okay, right?
Yeah, it's okay. It's just a different meaning of the due to. Okay, so that's okay. That's not a problem. What I'll do is I might go ahead and post something on Facebook. Copy. In the Integra website about because of and due to. That way you can check it out if you want. But it's used, like I said, differently in this context, unfortunately. Okay. So I'll go to that. All right, good. Well, for now, let's continue on. Be about to. So Ken, a little short on this slide, but that's okay. Be about to. Can you please read this for us?
Be about to. We use about to for something this is about to happen soon. Sorry, you've caught me at the bad time. I'm about to go out. Take your umbrella because it's about to rain.
Okay, so what does this mean? What's going on here?
I think this phrase sounds like it will rain or it's gonna rain.
Yeah.
I don't know the difference of these.
Exactly. Okay, it's about to. What if I say take your umbrella because it's going to rain?
Right.
What's the difference about those two?
I don't know. For me, it's the same. But I don't know.
Okay, and that's okay. That's okay if it sounds the same to you. There is a difference. Marcus, do you understand the difference of it's about to rain or it's going to rain?
It's going to the future, right? It's going to rain. Something's going to happen in future, right? Not now. It's predicted in the future. It's going, not exactly now. If you say now, it's going, or what's the other one? It's happened.
Because it's about to rain here at the very.
About to rain. I don't know. About to rain is sounds equal for me also. You know, the same meaning.
That's perfect. That's good. You're right about it's going to rain because that's more in the future. It's not a very close future, but it's a further future, if you know what I mean. For example, we're leaving our house in the morning. Let's say it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Your child is going to get on the bus. Take your umbrella because it's going to rain. At some point before the child returns from school, it's going to rain and they might need their umbrella when they finish school. Okay, so that's going to rain. That's more in the future. If I say take your umbrella because it's about to rain, any second there will be raindrops falling from the sky. Okay, so it's about to rain as it says here, something is about to happen soon. Soon is probably the most important word here. Soon. It's going to happen in a matter of minutes or 30 minutes. Okay. That's good. Any other questions?
No, yeah, it's a good information for me. So thank you.
Good. Yeah, no, I like this one. I'm to be about to. You're just about to leave your house. You're just about to do something. It's like just very shortly after something will happen.
Yeah,
I think it'd be. Sorry, go on.
Go ahead. Yeah. Not the question.
No, be about to is something more unusual. I don't know. Maybe American use more be about to than it's a going
In
to.
British English?
Yeah, it sounds more. I don't know, more informal to say be about to than going to rain. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I do, and I'm looking up in word reference right now. It doesn't say that it's more American or more anything here. So I don't know if I don't think so. I think this is a general term. It's just maybe it's not used because this isn't basic English. If you were to say it's going to rain in 5 minutes, that's okay because you're giving that 5-minute time clause to everybody. If you say it's about to rain, it means the same as it's going to rain in 5 minutes. Going to rain means the future, but at some point.
Yeah.
So it's a little different.
After that, you start to use the about to rain when I talking with some people. Then going
Exactly.
to rain, it's more sophisticated vocabulary, I think.
Exactly. That's exactly it. It's a little bit more advanced. So it's not common to know what this is. And I think that's perfectly fine if it sounds, if before it said it's going to rain, it's about to rain, sounds the same. That's okay. Because you don't know, you don't understand this expression, and that's perfectly fine. So again, you've both learned something today. So good.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
No.
Okay, and again, we always use the verb to be, which is going to be conjugated, as we can see here. I am, it just depends on the subject, or it's, it is. Then we have about, and then to, and then the verb. And go out, this is a phrasal verb, Marcos.
Yeah.
All right. We have
Yeah.
a verb and a preposition there for
After
us.
the verb, yes.
Exactly. So very good. Moving on. Oops. A little too fast there. Okay. To be on the point of plus a gerund. So Marcus, can you please read this slide for us?
Yeah. We can also use to be on the point of when we want to say something is about to happen. This is slightly more formal than about to, and usually used when something is going to happen very soon. I'm on the point of quitting my job. I'm sick of it. She's on the point of giving birth. Her waters have just broken.
Okay, good. I don't know if waters is actually correct. Her water just broke.
Waters.
I would say, yeah. I don't think that's supposed to be. Her water just broke.
Waters just.
Yeah, that's when women are just about to have babies and liquid.
Okay.
That's so I think it's a little incorrect.
I'm wondering what's waters left. Her
Yeah,
waters
no,
left.
water technically is uncountable. So normally you wouldn't see it with an S anyway. So, but good. Okay, so basically this means the same as about to. It's just a little bit more formal. So again, you probably haven't heard this expression, or have you? I could be completely wrong. What do you think about this expression, Ken?
I didn't know this. I can understand the phrase literally, but I didn't know this phrase. So yeah.
Very good. Well, that's fantastic.
Yes. Thank you.
And Marcus, any questions, comments, or doubts here?
No, it's for me. It's a common say. Listen, she's on the giving birth. That point off is new for me. On the point
good.
off, yeah.
Yeah.
But I understood also the phrase.
Okay, perfect. And that's good too. And sometimes, even today, someone had said a word in Spanish, and even though, I knew the context, I knew what they were talking about. Later, I said what it was in English, and I was like, okay, well, it's actually pretty similar. So, you can kind of understand it. But there's also a different level of being able to understand something or being able to use it. So yes. And this actually could be, for example, in the exact moment, kind of like the present continuous. I can say, I'm reading a book, for example. Okay, if I say I'm reading a book, oops. Now, there's two ways that we can look at this. In general, in my life at this moment, I'm reading a book, okay? Or I'm reading a book in this exact moment that I'm saying that sentence, which you're multitasking, you're reading and speaking at the same time. But that's kind of the idea of the same as this, to be on the point of. You can say that I'm on the point of quitting my job in this exact moment, or at this point in my life. I'm just sick of it. I don't want to work there anymore, but I'm waiting until next week because blah, blah, blah. Okay. So it doesn't necessarily have to be in this exact moment, but it could mean in a recent future as well. Okay, so any questions about the use?
No.
No, thank you.
All right, perfect. Lots of good expressions in grammar today. Moving down. We have be, to, and the infinitive. Ken, it is your turn here. Why don't you go ahead and read this again, okay?
Okay. We can be plus 2 plus infinitive. We can use this structure when we are talking about formal and official plans. He's to be crowned king next month. The president is to visit the UK in the coming month.
Okay. So, any questions, doubts?
It's kind of formal expression is president is going to visit. Oh, sounds like that.
Yeah, well, this first one I'm not too sure about. He is to be. Okay, yes. And then crowned is our adjective. Okay, I wasn't exactly seeing that. It's a little confusing when we have the infinitive to be because we need the infinitive here. But we also have the verb to be here when it's represented here with is. And then here we have is, the verb to be, to, and visit. Okay, for that structure. Questions about this? Common, did you know this? Are you confused?
No, it's okay.
But, yeah. I think it's not common expression. Maybe it's a very special occasion only.
Yeah, and this is what they're talking about too. Formal, okay? The king is going to be, or he is going to be crowned king next month. So, of course, that's formal or it's an official plan. It's not every day that a king is crowned. Is to visit the UK in the coming months. Definitely not my president, as he is not welcome in the UK, which obviously this was written more than a year ago, and I can guarantee that.
Yeah, sure.
So, fantastic.
This to work is a preposition. It's this to?
This to actually goes with the infinitive of the verb, so no, it's part of the verb. It's the infinitive of the verb.
That's because you separated to plus infinitive. Thought it can be different.
Well, any infinitive is with the to. So I just wrote in the chat box to go equals infinitive. Technically, I would say the base verb. So I would say be plus to plus base verb is really what it should be, or be plus infinitive.
I ask because to sometimes can be prepositional, right? Preposition.
Oh, yes. For example.
This is the problem. I get confused, in the phrase. Not this phrase. I don't know. In general, used to not preposition but infinitive.
All right, so I've just written another sentence here. I'm going to drive to Brazil and then Japan. I'm sorry, Ken. I did try and put that in capital letters. I'm sorry. Okay, it is important. I promise. So I'm going to drive. This to drive is the infinitive. This is part of the preposition. I'm sorry. This is part of the verb. Now my
Okay.
preposition is to because I'm moving. And the preposition to represents a lot of the time, I can't say always, but a lot of the time it means movement. No worries, thanks, Ken. It means movement. So I'm physically coming from Spain, going to Brazil, and then to Japan. I don't
Okay.
have to repeat that to before Japan because it's implied. I know that. Okay.
I understand now. Yeah.
Good. And so as you can see, it's quite difficult sometimes to realize if it's an infinitive or if it's a preposition. And as you can see, to drive, there's a verb after. So I'm not going to say 100% because in English there are more exceptions. But then we have to and then Brazil right after. And so you have a country. So obviously there should be movement. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm traveling to the UK this weekend. Traveling to the UK, so to a place. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Fantastic. You are very welcome. I'm glad that we can understand this. Let's continue on here. Oh, yes. So rewrite these sentences using the given future expressions underneath. What does the word underneath mean?
Below?
Exactly. So it's basically the same word, but underneath, which is more advanced. So we're just continuing with our advanced lesson today. All right. So for example, I'm seeing my work colleague tomorrow. You have to use will. So we're going to have, I will be seeing my work colleague tomorrow. So what verb tense do we have here in the first sentence?
Present sentence. Present tense.
Present.
Present. Yes.
Present
Continue.
continuous. Yeah, continuous.
Continuous.
Yeah.
There you go. That's good. Also known as the present progressive tense, depending on what you like more. And what about in this one? Well, will be seen.
Future.
Which
Future
kind of future? I'm sorry, Ken?
Future progressive. We learned first in the class.
Exactly, or the future continuous as well. So perfect. Very good. Now it's up to you both. Okay. All right, so we'll go little by little here. It says rewrite these sentences using the given future expressions underneath. So same idea. This is our example from the last page.
Mhm.
It says we're going to go to the party soon. How would we write this using the word about? You can type this if you want, or you can tell me whichever is easiest.
It's me or King?
It doesn't matter. Both is fine as well.
I would say we are about to go to the party soon.
Okay, Ken.
We are about to.
Yeah, agree. I agree.
Go to
We are
the
about.
party soon. Okay, so you both agree that we're about to go to the party soon is the correct answer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Almost. To me, the word soon we don't need, because if I say we're about to go to the party, means very soon we're going to the party.
Yeah.
So that to me is redundant. We do not need that. So I would say the correct answer is we're about to go to the party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So very good. This is supposed to be kind of difficult, so very good. And I'm actually glad that you said soon, because then I can show you that with about, we don't need soon, okay? So that was a really great
Yeah, reading again, you
error.
see, it's obviously you say soon is, you're already saying go, about to go, so and not necessarily soon, yeah, in the sense.
Exactly. So very good. Good that we understand. Number 2 says, are you going to pick us up from the airport? How would we say this? And this is probably going to be in a polite way.
Will you be going to pick us? Pick us up from the airport? Will you be
think-
going?
Okay,
I think
I'm
she
writing
wants.
this, Ken. This is what you wrote. This is what you said, Ken. Will you be going to pick us up from the airport?
Yes.
It's not for use that lift word.
Sure.
Lift, right?
Are you going to give us a lift from the airport? Okay,
Yeah.
that's okay. However, if you look at the structure underneath with the line, it says us up from the airport. And so we're not using the word lift. But good, yes, it's the same general situation. So thank you, Marcus, for saying that. However, not exactly. Again, we can say all of these in many different ways. Even the first one, we could have said, I'm at the point of leaving for the party or something like that. You know, I'm leaving very soon, the more formal way. I'm just walking outside of my house. I just have to put my coat on and I'm leaving. So there's thousands of ways of saying this. So yes, I do appreciate your give us a lift, but not exactly in this exact example. Marcus, would you change anything from Ken's sentence that I have in the chat box? Will you be going to pick us up from the airport?
No, I think it's okay. Yeah, it's correct. I will not change nothing.
Okay.
Also, I will not change anything.
I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't
I wouldn't change anything. Yes.
There you go. That's what you want to say. Okay. Kind of. I would say, will you be picking us up from the airport? I don't think I would. We don't need to say, because you have will and be going to in the same sentence.
Yeah, that's right.
So you have like two futures, which is great. But we normally don't say two different verb tenses in the same conjugation. So a little bit too much grammar there, but that's okay. So I would say, will you be picking us up from the airport? Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So very good. And the last one on this page says, the new prime minister is going to visit the U.S. next week with B. Okay.
New prime minister is to. I forgot after that. To go or to visit. New prime minister is to visit the U.S. next week.
Okay. Yes, I agree with that. The new prime minister is to visit. I was also thinking,
Be going.
will be going. Yeah, I was going to use the future continuous. And so there, it's not super specific, but Ken, I actually think you're right. It's this tense. It's something, formal. It's the prime minister, probably going to see the president. Again, this was written more than a year ago, so it's a different president. So good. I hope so too. Good.
Will be going or just be going can say. It will be going or be going, right?
I suppose we could use the present continuous and just say the new prime minister is going to the U.S. next week. Present continuous. We could just take this out. The new prime minister is going, right? To going. Exactly. Okay. Is going to the U.S. next week. Absolutely. So lots of future tenses here. Okay. All right. Before we finish, we have 5-6 more minutes here. Let's continue on with these three. All right. The bus is coming soon. Hurry up. How would we say this? Do.
Bus is due soon. Hurry up.
Okay, yeah. The bus is due soon. Hurry up. That's exactly what we're looking for. Because in number 5, we have to use due to. So how would we use that? How would we say the number 5 with due to?
He is due to arrive just after 6 a.m.
Yeah. He is due to arrive just after 6 a.m. And that is the first example that we looked at with due to. Okay. Any questions about that? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, fantastic. And finally, the last one. He is about to sign a new contract, having to use the word point.
Point off.
Yes.
He's about to point off a new contract.
Yes. He is on the point of signing a new contract.
Yeah.
On the point of.
He's about to point off a sign.
Oh, he is on the point of signing. Yeah, of signing a new contract. So I don't have all of that there. Yeah, I think that's right. Let me just double check. There's something that I'm just not sure about, and it's not it. It's the preposition on the point of. Okay, so that was okay. I'm sorry. On the point of. I was just not. I was saying at the point of, and now I'm wondering on the point of signing a new contract. Perfect. Good. So, any other questions? We've learned a lot of stuff today. It seems.
So, on can be, instead of on, we can use at the point of.
Now it sounds incorrect. Let me see. On the point of or at. Point of. It's going to be on. At the point of. Oh, okay. No, it's used in a different context.
Okay.
So it's. Yeah, this. Okay, it's very similar, but at is used more for place, just like I'm at home, I'm at school, okay? We use the preposition at for places. This is on because this isn't exactly a place. You're just kind of at this moment in your life, you're on the point of. So a little different. Both can be used, but again, different context.
Yeah, okay, yes.
All right. So with that, we've basically finished our lesson for today. So that was great. Lots of new vocabulary, lots of new words. Any questions before we finish?
No, for me it's okay. It's a very good class for me. Thanks a lot.
Perfect. Well, I'm very glad you were here to join us. And on Monday, we're going to be doing it. Well, you will be learning about how to control a meeting. So if you ever have a meeting, you have to be in charge of a meeting. Let's say your boss is out of town and says, hey, you have to run the meeting this week. It's going to be steps on how to do this, how to prepare and things like that. So it should be pretty interesting as well. And then next Wednesday, a week from now, we'll be talking about severe weather, which obviously affects us because global warming is a thing. It's real. For those that don't agree, it does happen. And so we'll be learning about vocabulary in that class. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Coming. It was really great to hear you again, Marcos. And Ken, it was as always, it's nice to see you. So enjoy the rest of your days, and hopefully we'll see you next week, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Okay.
You're welcome. All right. Bye.
Bye.